dawn of a new era in celebrity intrigue has arrived with a revelation that promises to shake the very foundation of fame and fortune. In a stunning breakthrough investigation, federal agents uncovered a labyrinth of encrypted files on Floyd Mayweather's phone, files that not only betray secrets of clandestine gatherings and surreal escapades, but also hint at a covert alliance with entertainment mogul Diddy, as whispers of tax evasion and financial unraveling intertwine with deeply personal confessions and hidden power plays. This saga transforms into a modern parable of ambition, isolation, and regret. With explosive revelations and courtroom drama poised to redefine celebrity culture, prepare yourself for a journey into the heart of a scandal that has captivated the world. In the wake of the FBI's unprecedented investigation into Floyd Mayweather, shockwaves have rippled across the globe. For years, the boxing icon was admired for his seemingly unassailable success and larger-than-life persona, a symbol of triumph that transcended the boundaries of sport. Yet, beneath the glittering veneer of wealth and accomplishment lay secrets too potent to remain concealed. The FBI's probe revealed encrypted files laden with voice memos, cryptic images, and coded conversations that hinted at secret meetings attended by an elite circle. The files, uncovered deep within Mayweather's personal phone, suggest the existence of bizarre gatherings whose exclusivity and surreal decadence defied conventional understanding, provoking endless speculation among investigative journalists and celebrity enthusiasts alike. One cannot help but be drawn into the maze of this.
He didn't know how to handle the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think he did that?
He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt, he was just dead. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Gonna be there. That don't make no fucking sense.
That's crazy.
You don't never want to see nobody do better than him.
Right. You was next in line. You saw you next in line.
Is there like a...
Last question, guys, gotta wrap up.
Is there like a love-hate for Floyd though? Like, you love the fighter? And
yeah, I love the fighter. I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
And he, I don't want to say like...
Narrative, where every revelation acts as a tantalizing piece of a puzzle that spans from high-stakes business ventures to extravagant private soirees. Among the most sensational discoveries was the emergence of a covert alliance with a well-known figure in the music industry, Sean Combs, popularly known as Diddy. The evidence indicates that Mayweather and Diddy engaged in extensive back-and-forth communications that were heavily encrypted and shrouded in mystery. These communications hint at joint ventures that blurred the lines between the entertainment world and the shadowy corridors of high finance, suggesting that the stars might have been playing an entirely different game behind the glittering curtain of celebrity status. The implications of this revelation extend far beyond the realm of entertainment, tapping into issues of financial transparency and accountability that are increasingly scrutinized in today's era of celebrity excess. Amid mounting speculation, court documents and insider testimonies have painted a picture of a financial empire built on mismanagement, legal loopholes, and questionable dealings. At the core of these accusations lies a staggering claim of tax evasion, leading to asset seizures, and the haunting possibility of bankruptcy. The narrative becomes even more gripping when one considers the dramatic contradiction to Mayweather's own boasts. He once claimed to own 62 buildings valued at $400 million, a declaration that investigative reporters have since debunked with irrefutable evidence, suggesting a far less impressive financial portfolio. Adding a deeply personal and emotional dimension to the story are voice notes that were part of the extensive data.
I remember going to the Mike Tyson and the Mayweather,
right,
where it was an event.
Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather Canelo,
Mayweather De La Hoya.
Yes, that was a big event too, but I will tell you, nothing was really bigger than Mayweather Pacquiao. We had waited so long.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it was 5 years too late.
Too late.
But we didn't know until after the fight that it was 5 years too late. You know what I'm saying? So leading up to the event, oh my God, it didn't get any bigger than that.
But you know the thing is, everybody that Mayweather fought, he
captured by investigators. In these raw and honest recordings, Mayweather appears to reflect on his journey from meteoric rise to catastrophic decline. In a tone that mingles regret with introspection, he speaks about lost wealth, shunned opportunities, and the painful realization that his relentless pursuit of power may have been his undoing. "I chased glory without a map," he is heard admitting in one of the confessions, a statement that not only humanizes him but also provides rare insight into the inner conflicts that led to his downfall. These recordings have struck a chord with millions, making the saga of a once untouchable celebrity take on a more relatable, if tragic, hue. Throughout the investigation, experts have been quick to point out that the layers of intrigue surrounding Mayweather's life provide a mirror to the broader issues inherent in today's celebrity culture. The case is being hailed as emblematic of the dangerous intersections between fame, wealth, and the elusive quest for identity. Analysts argue that the scandal is not merely about a sports icon or a business maverick. It is a narrative that exposes the vulnerabilities of a system that rewards excess while simultaneously enabling opacity. In this context, the story resonates powerfully with a global audience that has grown skeptical of the pristine images carefully curated by those in the limelight. In one of the most dramatic turns of events, the courtroom erupted into an emotional frenzy during Mayweather's sentencing. Eyewitnesses describe a scene filled with palpable tension, where every word from the defendant was met with a mix of empathy, disbelief, and righteous indignation by those present. Mayweather's breakdown was not just a moment of personal crisis, it was a public catharsis that encapsulated the inner turmoil of a man who had built his empire on both triumph and controversy. "I never imagined it would come to this," he tearfully confessed, his voice cracking under the weight of his confessed mistakes. The rawness of his emotions served as a grim reminder of the high stakes involved when power meets vulnerability in the unforgiving glare of public scrutiny. This saga, unfolding against the backdrop of an increasingly complex financial landscape and the constant evolution of digital forensics, has also ignited debates about the nature of wealth and deception in modern society. At its heart lies the paradox of a man who, despite his immense influence and the ostensible wealth he once flaunted, found himself ensnared in a web of deceit and isolation. The multifaceted investigation not only challenges the myth of invulnerability that surrounds celebrity culture, but also forces society to confront the uncomfortable truth that behind every glittering success story may lurk a host of unresolved contradictions and deeply buried regrets. Observers note that the FBI's meticulous attention to digital evidence underscores a growing trend in law enforcement, the use of high-tech methods to navigate the digital trails left behind by influential figures. The encrypted files, totaling over 1,700 seconds of data, are a case in point. This trove of data, spanning nearly half an hour of private recordings, reflects the pervasive reach of modern technology into every facet
in sports history. So we're very happy we can put it together.
You think Floyd's a little jealous?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, I mean, how fair is it that Canelo announces this big monumental deal, and then here you have Floyd crawling out of his little rock, trying to sabotage or trying to steal the thunder. I don't know what he was trying to do, but look, I mean, people know that Floyd is Floyd, and that's fine.
You guys traded some shots today. Do you think he went too far?
of personal and professional life. It is a sobering reminder that, in an era defined by digital footprints, even the most guarded secrets are not immune to exposure. For many, the case represents a watershed moment in the ongoing effort to reconcile privacy with the public's right to know, highlighting the fine line between personal rights and collective accountability. At a time when wealth and influence are being re-examined through a critical lens, Mayweather's story offers a potent allegory of ambition pursued at tremendous personal cost. The narrative is laced with contradictions, a celebration of success intertwined with the downfall wrought by secrets and lies, a poignant reminder that behind every success story lies a hidden struggle. As the investigation deepened, it became evident that the forces at play were as much about personal demons as they were about elaborate schemes designed to protect a crumbling empire. Within the encrypted files, analysts found not only evidence of financial missteps, but also a window into the psyche of a man who, caught in the whirlwind of adulation and ambition, had lost sight of his own humanity. the testimony of insiders and former associates has further enriched this complex tapestry. Accounts from trusted aides, who spoke on the condition of anonymity, reveal an environment of extreme secrecy and high expectations. They describe secretive meetings, held in luxurious yet discreet venues, where discussions ranged from high-stakes business deals to the intricate planning of social events that bordered on the extravagant. One insider recalled a conversation in which Mayweather candidly remarked,
"That's 5, that's 6, that's 700,000. You know, that's 700,000. Let me go right to the bag. That's 300,000. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's like a
We are not just creating a brand, we are rewriting the rules of the game. This candid insight into his mindset offers a glimpse into the ambitious, sometimes reckless drive that propelled him forward, only to later contribute to his collapse as the fallout from his decisions took center stage in the public eye. In the midst of this elaborate scandal, the role of digital communication has emerged as a double-edged sword. While technology has enabled unprecedented connections and innovations within both the entertainment and financial industries, it has also paved the way for intricate layers of concealment. The encrypted voice memos and cryptic image files uncovered by the FBI illustrate the sophisticated means by which influential individuals safeguard their private communications. These digital artifacts serve as modern-day relics of an era where secrecy was paramount, and every piece of data had the potential to reveal long-hidden truths. The ongoing debate about digital privacy versus public accountability has found a dramatic exemplar in this case, forcing an industry-wide reflection on the limits of secrecy. In an age governed by technology, beyond the legal and financial ramifications, the case has taken on a deeply personal dimension as Mayweather's inner reflections have come to light. In one particularly poignant moment captured on tape, he is heard expressing regret over misplaced trust and the ultimate price of his ambition. His vulnerability, laid bare for the world to see, has resonated with fans and critics alike, many of whom view his emotional breakdown as a humanizing counterpoint to his larger-than-life persona. In chasing power, I lost sight of who I softly. A statement that not only recontextualizes his public image, but also opens a dialogue about the true cost of living life in the fast lane of fame and fortune. This confession has become a rallying cry for those who have ever felt overwhelmed by the pressures of maintaining an image, marking a turning point in the narrative of celebrity self-destruction. Throughout the unfolding of these events, media outlets and social commentators have been abuzz with speculation and debate. The fusion of cutting-edge digital investigations with the raw, unfiltered emotions of a fallen icon has provided endless fodder for in-depth analysis and heated discussions. In salons, online forums, and television panels, experts dissect every minute detail, from the implications of encrypted financial communications to the psychological toll of living in a world of constant public scrutiny. These conversations have sparked renewed interest in examining the very fabric of celebrity culture, questioning whether the pedestal on which society places its idols is, in fact, a double-edged sword that simultaneously elevates and ultimately consumes them. As the legal proceedings continue to unfold, every new piece of evidence appears to add layers of complexity to an already intricate puzzle. The revelations regarding potential deceit in financial dealings, along with the stark disparity between the opulent image cultivated by Mayweather and the bare realities illuminated by investigative reporters, have created an environment of uncertainty and anticipation. Legal analysts speculate that the case may set a precedent for future investigations into high-profile financial misdeeds.
But guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
He would claim that he purchased 62 buildings worth $400 million. He would say the buildings is so plentiful and so many that he can't include all of them in the Instagram carousel. So, you know, just slide to see a couple of the buildings.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
as it exposes a network of transactions and covert operations that were once thought impervious to scrutiny. The unfolding drama in the courtroom, marked by emotional outbursts and explosive testimonies, only intensifies the public's fascination with a story that seems to transcend the boundaries of typical celebrity scandals. Moreover, the emergence of detailed audio confessions has added a layer of authenticity and poignancy to the narrative. In these recordings, listeners are given a rare glimpse into the private thoughts of a man who once stood at the pinnacle of success. The audio files, spanning nearly half an hour in total duration, capture the cadence of a life that has been both celebrated and vilified. In one of the most memorable segments, Mayweather's voice trembles as he reflects on how his relentless drive for glory led him down a path of isolation and regret. His words evoke not just the demise of an empire, but also the dissolution of the dreams and relationships that once defined his identity. This dichotomy between public brilliance and private sorrow resonates on a profoundly human level, reminding us that even the brightest stars are not immune to the shadows. As the media frenzy shows no signs of abating, discussions have also turned to the broader societal implications of the scandal. The case has become a cultural touchstone, a dramatic narrative that encapsulates the modern tension between excess and accountability. In an era where the scales of public opinion can turn on a dime, the story of Floyd Mayweather serves as both a cautionary tale and a mirror to a society that is increasingly skeptical of the gilded facades constructed by celebrities.
Deceiving and fooling niggas that he thought he could fool the actual business insiders, because a deal like this shakes up the business world. A deal like this gets talked about. People know about it beforehand. It's something that really shakes up the market. So for this to happen and for nobody to know about it was very strange. And it came across the radar of the experts, and they did their digging, and they found out that Floyd Mayweather is full of ish. Business Insider launched an investigation, and Floyd Mayweather claims that all the buildings belong to him, and he don't have any partners, and he just purchased 62 rental units in Manhattan. At the end of their investigation, they would come to a conclusion that Floyd Mayweather claims do not appear to match reality. All right, they would say a month after Mayweather's announcement, none of the buildings have changed hands. So the owners of the building can be seen. The
digital age, with all its advancements, has rendered the once impenetrable walls of celebrity mystique into a realm where every secret, no matter how well concealed, is at risk of exposure. This pivotal moment in the saga of a famed icon forces us to confront the unsettling reality that in the relentless pursuit of wealth and recognition, the line between triumph and downfall is perilously thin. Interwoven with these themes is the enigmatic collaboration between Mayweather and Diddy, a partnership that, until recently, seemed impenetrable. Their discreet exchanges, carried out through heavily encrypted channels, provide a tantalizing glimpse into a world where business, entertainment, and clandestine operations converge. In private recordings, Diddy is heard discussing ventures that spanned a range of industries, from high-profile entertainment projects to intricate financial arrangements designed to shield assets from regulatory scrutiny. The alliance, built on a foundation of mutual ambition and a shared vision for redefining success, now finds itself under the harsh light of legal examination. The secretive nature of their discussions has only served to heighten the intrigue, adding another layer of complexity to an already multifaceted narrative. Yet amid all the legal battles and explosive revelations, one element remains inescapably clear: the emotional toll on the man at the center of it all. Floyd Mayweather's personal journey from triumphant champion to a figure beset by remorse and regret is as compelling as it is cautionary. His emotional breakdown in the courtroom was not merely a moment of personal vulnerability. It was an act
room because my neighbors was getting their yard cut and stuff. And once they getting to pushing the lawnmower and the weed eater and the blowing get to working, the microphone gonna pick all that noise up and y'all ain't gonna be able to hear me that clearly and things. So I want to make sure we can get to understand it. As I did see early this AM, 50 Cent decided to wake up, as y'all seen right there, and repost something on his Instagram page, and you can hear him laughing in the background from Fighters Corner. And he also put in the caption, "Dang, champ, they caught you capping. Ha, ha, ha. Time for another exhibition match. LOL, at 50 Cent action. Check out my channel." And this is nothing more than the algorithm for chaos going into 50 Cent's motion and face and things like that. And he said, you know what? This will be a way to get back at Floyd Mayweather. As y'all see me repost last week and cover what he had talked about.
Of raw honesty that reverberated far beyond the confines of the legal arena. As the courtroom erupted with the intensity of his confession, every eye was fixed on a man who, for all his outward bravado, had been forced to reckon with the human cost of ambition. I have paid dearly for every step I took towards greatness, he acknowledged in a moment that will be etched in the annals of celebrity history as a defining turning point. In the months leading up to the sentencing, numerous interviews and behind-the-scenes accounts have provided further context to the unfolding drama. Industry insiders suggest that what began as a simple case of financial mismanagement rapidly evolved into a full-blown investigation into a complex network of hidden communications and encrypted data. The investigation not only exposed the financial intricacies of Mayweather's operations, but also revealed the emotional and psychological strain of living a life under constant pressure. The very nature of the evidence, a mix of coded conversations, voice memos, and cryptic images, underscores the extent to which the digital era has reshaped the landscape of both celebrity and accountability. Every element of the case serves as a testament to the modern challenges posed by a world in which nothing is truly private, and every secret is vulnerable to scrutiny. Beyond the courtroom drama, the case has sparked a wave of commentary among cultural critics and social commentators who see in it a reflection of contemporary society's values. The narrative is no longer solely about a sports champion or a business magnate. It has evolved into an allegory of the modern human condition, where the relentless pursuit of...
It's like now it's like so much of people be so like good at that, like they like match him up with him. Like that's it. Like that. I don't think that's people was doing that like at the time, but they wasn't just jumping weight class to weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like Pacquiao did it when he was like it was time that he built himself up to. You feel me? It wasn't just like Now it's just like whoever great, just make them fight each other. Like whoever look great type shit. But
is that where we stand right now with Canelo Crawford?
Yeah.
Is that where we stand with Canelo Crawford? Because we're saying just because both are great, everybody wants to face each other. So is that...
Success is often marred by moments of profound personal vulnerability. In countless discussions across media platforms, observers have highlighted the duality of Mayweather's existence. A man who achieved phenomenal success yet found himself increasingly isolated by the very structures of power he once wielded with such confidence. His story has become a symbol of the high stakes inherent in the pursuit of glory, a reminder that every moment of triumph may hide a deeper struggle with the consequences of ambition. In the labyrinthine corridors of power and secrecy, Mayweather's story takes on the dimensions of a tragic hero's journey. The layers of deception and secrecy that once shielded his every move have now been peeled away, exposing a raw and unvarnished reality that is as compelling as it is cautionary. The extensive trail of digital evidence, a treasure trove of over 1,700 seconds of encrypted content, serves as a stark reminder of the inescapable nature of modern technology. In these recordings, listeners are treated not only to the intricacies of financial dealings, but also to a deeply personal narrative of ambition, regret, and ultimate reckoning. The digital footprints left behind are a testament to the transformative power of technology in reshaping the dynamics of accountability in the modern era. As the court continues to deliberate on the fate of a man who once epitomized success, the broader implications of the case continue to captivate the public's imagination. Every revelation, every new piece of evidence, seems to peel back another layer of a story that is as much about the human spirit as it is about the mechanics.
And they did their digging, and they found out that Floyd Mayweather is full of fish. Business Insider launched an investigation, and Floyd Mayweather claims that all the buildings belong to him, and he don't have any partners, and he just purchased 62 rental units in Manhattan. At the end of their investigation, they would come to a conclusion that Floyd Mayweather claims do not appear to match reality. All right, they would say a month after Mayweather's announcement, none of the buildings have changed hands. So the owners of the building can be seen. Like, these is public records. And they will say, according to New York City property records, which are usually updated within days of a sale. Several experts says a deal to sell the properties outright to Mayweather does not seem imminent. Now, here's where the funny business starts. You see how Mayweather said he owns all the properties, he have no partners, right? So he got tipped off that Business Insider was doing an investigation. So a member of his team spoke off the record, and they actually tried to modify the story a little bit to get ahead of it. So it went from we own all the buildings with no partners to now their story is changing up a little bit. So they reached out to the Housing Partnership, a spokesperson. Now the Housing Partnership of NYC is a nonprofit group that is a part
of wealth and power. The unfolding drama is a reminder that behind every headline lies a tale of ambition, risk, and the relentless pursuit of glory, a tale that in its essence speaks to the aspirations and vulnerabilities of us all. The multifaceted narrative of Mayweather's rise and fall has resonated deeply with those who see it as a microcosm of a wider societal issue, the dangerous allure of unchecked ambition, the sacrifices made at the altar of success, and the ultimate price that must be paid when one's illusions of grandeur come crashing down. The revelations in the case also serve as a stark commentary on the very nature of celebrity worship. In a world where the lives of public figures are dissected with relentless precision, Mayweather's experiences stand as a powerful reminder of the human cost of living life under constant observation. With every secret unearthed and every encrypted file decrypted, the narrative of his life has grown more intricate and layered, a tapestry woven with threads of triumph, betrayal, and a poignant sense of regret. His voice, captured in moments of rare vulnerability, continues to echo in the public sphere, reminding audiences that even the most iconic figures are not immune to the trials and tribulations of human existence. In reflecting on these events, one is struck by the convergence of advanced technology and timeless human drama. The FBI's methodical work in decrypting Mayweather's communications not only showcases the capabilities of modern investigative techniques, but also highlights the ever-present tension between privacy and accountability. Each snippet of conversation, every coded image.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up my. But it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it like.
And you think that was a downfall of y'all career? I mean, y'all
no, it was a
relationship,
downfall.
not career.
Yeah,
relationship.
It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like
he scheduled a fight, I think, during like your fight or something. I don't think they did it, but
stuff like that.
Promoting,
stuff like that. Like you know,
yeah.
But just little stuff that people wouldn't like catch unless like you see how like you quote a lot.
Becomes a small piece of a larger narrative that forces us to confront the complexities of an era defined by digital disclosure. Mayweather's story is, in many ways, emblematic of the challenges faced by those who have ascended to great heights, only to find that the same digital age that facilitated their success now serves as the harbinger of their undoing. As the public awaits the final verdict in this high-stakes drama, the tale of Floyd Mayweather continues to evolve, captivating the imaginations of millions worldwide. What began as a routine inquiry into suspected financial missteps has morphed into a gripping narrative brimming with intrigue, emotion, and the timeless struggle between power and vulnerability. The story's unfolding chapters offer a mirror to our own aspirations, reflecting the costs associated with ambition and the inevitability of facing one's demons when the masks of success finally fall away. The echo of his voice, laden with remorse and the weight of past decisions, serves as a solemn reminder that every path, no matter how glittering it may appear on the surface, is fraught with unforeseen consequences. In the courtroom, the climax of this saga reached a fever pitch when Mayweather, overwhelmed by the gravity of his situation, broke down in an emotional outpouring that left the assembly in stunned silence. His admission, delivered with palpable sorrow and regret, was a powerful moment of catharsis, a rare glimpse into the soul of a man whose life was built on the dual pillars of public adoration and private anguish. During one of these tearful moments, he confided, "I built a fortress of illusions, and now I stand here, exposed and..."
Get to this portfolio conversation that Floyd Mayweather had claimed, hey, nigga, I spent $400 million on these properties. He been buying stuff up in Manhattan and things like that. Well, Angela Yee talked to the Business Insider. She got info from the Business Insider, but then the team contacted Angela Yee, and she talked to somebody, and they were saying, well, actually, he did buy a piece of something. Other people do own it as well. But I'll just say this was already something that was in the news. 50 Cent is continuing it. Both of them niggas are successful multimillionaires. 50 Cent is in film, got the Shreveport stuff going on. Whether if Floyd was messed up financially or not, whether he copped or not, if that nigga want to make a quick few million, he can go make it at the drop of a dime, another expedition match. Oh, well, who cares? I just want us to get to the understanding.
Humbled by the truth. Those words, raw in their sincerity, have since reverberated through the halls of legal institutions and public forums alike, igniting discussions on redemption, accountability, and the inherent fragility of human ambition. The intricate network of financial operations that Mayweather once operated with such confident anonymity has now been laid bare for all to see. Analysts have meticulously documented the discrepancies between his public boasts and the stark financial realities uncovered by the investigation. Once mighty claims of owning sprawling real estate portfolios have been systematically deconstructed by experts who trace the origins of these assertions to a confluence of misinformation and an inflated sense of self. The resulting exposure has not only cast doubt on the foundation of his financial empire, but has also redefined the parameters of celebrity credibility in an era where facts and figures are only a click away. In retrospect, it is impossible to ignore the cultural resonance of this multifaceted scandal. The narrative that emerges from this unfolding drama is rich with the themes of ambition, hubris, and the inevitable clash between reality and image. Mayweather's journey is not simply a story of a sports legend falling from grace, but rather a profound exploration of the cost of living a life in the relentless pursuit of success, a pursuit that often comes at the expense of personal happiness and moral integrity. Thibault's transformation of this narrative into one that commands the attention of millions speaks volumes about the evolving relationship between celebrity culture and public accountability.